Chapter 6.66666 Skye Leads the Way by Skye. "Everyone," called Blizzard. "We're leaving from the cliffs in 2 minutes. Come on." Goddo jumped up to give me a wet kiss before running off, his tongue hanging out. "See you later," he telepathed. "Thank you," I replied. Goddo turned back to me and almost shouted, "Woof!" On top of the cliffs, Blizzard was staring out at the Noesis. The clouds were thick and swirling. "Listen up," he said. "Miguel has calculated our exact departure point." "Right here?" asked Frank. "Yep." "Does that mean we'll find Jem today?" asked Minnow, squeezing in next to me. "Not sure," said Blizzard, "but I trust Miguel, and he says we're going to have a much better chance if we leave from here." Ben and Frank looked terrified and excited at the same time. "Okay," said Blizzard, "imagine your boards." We all concentrated hard. "What if I've forgotten how?" I asked. "Yours is here already," said Minnow. I looked down and saw my board, orange and purple, just like the one I'd imagined when we first arrived. "All set?" asked Blizzard. I nodded. "You'll be fine," he said. "You're doing really well." I felt a surge of confidence. "Now, pay attention," said Blizzard. "Once you leave the cliffs, you'll find the Noesis is really thick for a fair way. Keep close to Skye. She's the leader." "I really don't know where I'm going." "It doesn't matter," said Blizzard. "All of this is your call. We're searching for your lost self. Trust me, you'll know where to go." For some reason, Blizzard's words shot straight into my heart, and I didn't wait for another second. I tipped my board down and up, just like Blizzard had taught me, and then I was off. Before too long, we were far away from the cliffs, gliding through the Noesis, which had taken on the form of snow-covered mountains in the sky. Zooming down them was the best. After a while, we found ourselves surrounded by stripy hot air balloons, some blue and white and others white and orange. "What's with the balloons?" I asked Blizzard. "You're inventing them," he replied. "No way." "That's how the Noesis works," said Blizzard. "The person leading a mission always imagines things into being. If they don't realise they're doing it, it's even better." "What do you mean, even better?" "It means you're not letting your logical mind get in the way, trying to make sense all the time. That allows the rest of your mind to show us where to go. Hop in." Blizzard and I grabbed hold of the orange striped balloon, climbed in and stashed our boards. Ben, Frank and Minnow joined us, and Six flew along next to us, her little falcon face looking excited and fierce. Solo, Escher and Jax boarded the blue and white balloon. "Great balloons," yelled Escher. "Love them," shouted Jax. "Do you have any idea where we're going?" asked Minnow. "We're going exactly where we need to," said Blizzard. Minnow smiled and settled in for the ride. "Apparently I do know where we're going," I said, "but I'm using the non-logical part of my mind." "The Noesis is a bit like Jax's enchanted chairs," said Blizzard. "It latches onto the imagination and takes it from there. That's why we always give one person the lead. Otherwise, the mission gets confused." After the balloons moved through a snowy mist and then out into a great blue expanse, I began to feel a sense of dread. "Blizzard," I said. "What?" "I'm feeling a sort of doom. Does it mean anything?" "Could do, or maybe not." I relaxed a bit. "Oh no," I said. "It's getting worse." Chapter 7, Thunderstorm by Skye. There was a sudden bolt of lightning and a crash of thunder. Angry clouds appeared from nowhere and a huge wind lashed our balloons, causing us to tip and hurtle down towards the indigo sea. "Boards!" shouted Blizzard. We all jumped onto our boards and headed further into the wildly churning Noesis. I was in the lead, but after the thunder, I had no idea where we were headed. I couldn't decide if it was safer to turn back or better to keep going. The wind was blowing me all over the place. I was just about to tell Blizzard that I thought we should abandon our trip when I spotted something. A shimmering lake of Noesis, still in the sky but down closer to the indigo sea. As we approached it, we were surrounded by frothy white clouds, and everything became calm. Somehow I knew that the lake was important, but just when I was about to fly down to it, Blizzard shouted, "We need to return to Marescimar, now!" Without waiting to hear from me, everyone turned around and sped back to the cliffs by the beach. I felt annoyed. I knew that lake was important. Why did we have to abandon our mission? As we landed on the cliffs, one by one, everyone patted me on the back. "You were great," said Solo, "especially in the storm." "Brilliant," said Escher and Jax. "Totally cool." "So brave," said Minnow. "Perfect," shouted Six. Frank shook his head in disbelief. "Insanely good," he said. Ben hugged me and then added, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your back, where your wings were. I'm sorry." "Don't be. Jackson Darling's magic has healed me," I said. "I feel so much better." Ben shook his head, too overcome to say anything. I was full of adrenaline, and before I knew what I was doing, I marched up to Blizzard, who was staring out into the Noesis as though he was trying to find something. "Why do we have to come back?" I asked. "I thought I was in charge. That lake was important." After a moment, Blizzard looked down at me. "Pardon?" he said. "Why did we have to come back?" I asked, feeling cross. I felt as if we were close to something. "We were," said Blizzard, "and we will go back. First, I want to show you something." Blizzard seemed distracted. Calling to everyone, he said, "You lot, go back and find Darling. Have something to eat. Solo, show everyone the magic fruit by the beach and eat some strawberries. They'll give us luck. Bring some back for us." Solo grinned. "On it," he said. "Skye, Jax and I need to go on a short mission before we return to the Noesis," said Blizzard. Minnow looked disappointed. "Can't Six and I come with you?" she asked. "Unfortunately, no," said Blizzard. "I need you all full of food and drink, not tired. Jax and I will take good care of Skye. We'll meet back here after lunch." Minnow looked a bit glum. "Be careful," she said, giving me a hug. "Of course," I said, "but I wish we could have kept going." Minnow frowned. "I guess we have to trust Blizzard." I whispered, "I thought I was in charge." Minnow laughed. "Is any girl ever fully in charge?" Jax overheard us. They are at Marescimar," she said. "Look at Angel." Minnow and I blushed, feeling guilty to be caught grumbling. "I know how you feel," she said to me, "but Blizzard would never bring us back unless it was totally necessary. I trust him with my life." Minnow and I nodded. "Believe me," said Jax, "you can trust him too."